DaBLackKing here. And anyway, this is another Black King Goku presented of an update video. Yeah, before we get into that, don't pay attention to the icons, more pay attention to the background so that you can focus on whatever you're wanting to focus on. Hopefully you can pay attention to what I have to say because this is very important. Not so much as a anything that's... Hold on. Something's happening here. Did I forget to close this or something? I guess I did. Well, anyway, I forgot to close something. I never do that. But anyway, so I gotta say my piece about Star Trek Picard. I like Star Trek Picard. I'm gonna be that. I gotta say though that a lot of it overall was not that appealing to be Star Trek. I don't mind that at the end that the two girls were touching. I don't mind that. They were holding hands. I thought that was interesting, to be honest with you. I have to say though that the relationships were way too jumpy. It's like, why? You just met them. There wasn't enough time for them to develop a relationship. They just kind of rushed into it and didn't even let it go. I mean, literally, why would you want to rush into a relationship? I mean, the first time we saw Soji's sister, she rushed into a relationship. And then her boyfriend died. I mean, maybe they had a longer chemistry. I don't know, because I mean, it wasn't that. I mean, I guess apparently they've been a little bit more together for a little bit more time. But it's just like when you first see them, it's like, okay, it's a little bit too soon, right? And then she died. Her boyfriend dies, and then she dies, and then her sister, well, she survives. And the hell of it is that eventually we find someone else who looks just like Soji, but more, I guess, human android. I don't know. And I didn't like the part where they had to kill off Data. I mean, I didn't even know until I was reading the article about how, in an official statement, that the guy who played Data, it says he's just getting too old. And Data doesn't age. He didn't want to play him no more. So, you know, which brings in the whole idea is why are we bringing back the entire cast if we're not going to have Data? I mean, yeah, I have to admit it was kind of dumb. I actually didn't mind the new ships. I never thought that Riker would be commanding another ship of his own. I thought that somebody, like, that they would be bringing in the actual Enterprise. And that was one of the things that was promised in the entire series. Now, it's not to say that it wasn't there, like I thought it wasn't. But it did. And it wasn't Enterprise E. They misrepresented that crap like it's nothing. That was Enterprise D, not E. E was more darker. Believe it or not. And, so, anyway, as they put him to finally to rest, they just let him just die that way. It's like, what the hell, man? Like, okay. But I gotta say, though, I did like the show. In spite of that. I mean, I gotta say, though, that when I think more about it, yeah, a lot of it didn't really add up. And Jerry Ryan didn't belong on there. I didn't mind the cussing. The cussing to me is not a problem. I don't really see the reason either for that doctor woman that killed her husband to be in a relationship with a captain. And literally, it hasn't been long enough for them to have a chemistry. They just kind of rushed into it. And it wasn't even anything, only been a couple of days or something, and still hasn't been long enough for them to get to know each other long enough to be in a relationship. I thought that was stupid. And I'm not one for straight colors anyway, but I'm not. Can't stand that crap. But it is what it is. And they introduced a character that looked like it was the woman that played Deanna Troy. And I tried looking everywhere for the information about this, who played that woman, and nothing was ever found. Pisses me off, but oh well. I mean, in a sense it does. It's not much for me to rant about it, but still, I like the show. You know? And I have to admit, it's not a real Star Trek series. It doesn't really, I mean, in a sense, it kind of continues on Star Trek, but in another way it doesn't, because it's like, okay, sure, you have all the Federation and stuff, but the Federation's hardly even involved in the whole damn thing. I mean, you know, I gotta say, though, that it's hard to say what my rating would be about that show, because, I mean, overall, yeah, I like the show, but a rating for it, I have none, because when you compare it to all kinds of things and overall, well, I couldn't tell you. I don't have one, and I'm afraid I won't ever have one, because as good as the show was, in my personal opinion, this is my personal opinion, you know, and everything else, I still didn't like Jerry Ryan being in there. I thought that was stupid, because she's a damn slut. Whore don't belong in that damn show. Seriously, you don't belong in there. I mean, literally, and then they want to talk about season 2 and inviting all the rest of the crew to come back. Then why are we including, like, Jerry Ryan and stuff in there? You know, and then people started complaining about, well, what about Janeway and all that? Janeway and them are either dead or retired. One way or the other. There is no more Janeway. In fact, the original person who played the role is retired. Even proven in the report. She don't play the role no more. She can't anyway. Another thing is the whole idea that, okay, you know, the only way they could even do anything with it is if they were to bring in younger actors, you know, people that would replace them, because they don't even do the show anymore. They don't care anymore. I'm sure I don't even think they really, it was anything, or they liked it or enjoyed it. I'm not sure. They might have at one time. They might have changed their mind since then. All I know is, since they've gotten past their prime of their fame and fortune, and to the point that they're not even on TV anymore, they don't even talk about it no more. It's like, what the hell is Star Trek Deep Space Nine, or Voyager, I mean? We don't know, we don't care. And in my personal opinion as well, Voyager was not a real Star Trek show in my person. Because, I mean, in a sense, I guess you could also arguably say that Deep Space Nine wasn't Star Trek. Because it was based around a space station, just like Voyager was based around Voyager instead of the Enterprise. Like, seriously. In a way, yeah, it is argumentatively saying that it is not Star Trek or a continuation on it. Because Star Trek always ultimately involved the Enterprise. Always. And Picard did bring back the Enterprise, but it didn't do much of a good job of it. Just like Deep Space Nine didn't. I mean, they got it where they had eventually they brought back the Enterprise, but it was more of another sister ship or whatever the hell was going on there. It was a bunch of crap. And they destroyed it. And that was more of the D class, not the E class. So, my reservation about it is that none of it added up. I mean, I didn't think the ship was bad. But again, I don't really care either way. I don't think I didn't think it was cool either. I just thought, okay. You know. I didn't really want to see Jerry Ryan as the Queen of the Silver freaking Borg, for God's sakes. Especially because the whole idea was to eradicate all the Borg and get rid of it. The fact that they brought back the Borg essentially to stop the stupidity of what the Romulans or what the hell they were doing. Okay. Was only for a brief moment, which might have been stupid, but, you know, because it didn't last for very long, especially because they're all XPs now, which we don't call that. You know? Not originally. And, yeah. The husband of that one doctor woman, what was the point of her killing him? I didn't get that. Nothing was explained as to why she was doing it. Nothing. Never said why. It was just part of the script. That was it. There's no saying that there's a need to kill him or whatever. It was just stupid. Frankly, in my personal opinion, I thought that was stupid too. The show could have continued on even with him alive. No, he's go and kill him. Okay. Yeah, I chose a different character. That picture is nothing but a temporary deal. I'm gonna go to another one. But yeah. So I just want to say, I mean, Star Trek Picard, to me, I liked it. I really did. And when you compare it overall, all together, and you absorb it in, there is no real rating for it. And there shouldn't be. I mean, while you can argumentatively say, oh, it's got a 3.0 or 5.0 or 8, whatever, that's horse crap. It doesn't even deserve a rating. Because it's like a conflicted feeling when you compare it to a lot of things and compare it to what could have been. I mean, it is, every one of the Star Trek series, don't get me wrong, has been that way. What could have been if life had gone that way? And again, we don't know that. I mean, then again, give or take, we still haven't reached those years. And you got to think about it this way, logically. Because we still haven't even reached the first captain of the series, which I believe was Archer or whatever. I don't know. We haven't even reached that point. And supposedly, somewhere or another, we got another plague coming up. I don't know whether that's true or not, but that's according to the Star Trek universe. That we have to face before we can even get remotely involved and interested in having the Federation come by and go, yeah, we got the Federation, we're gonna unite all the people, and that's the true way. Unlike you, Trump, you don't know how to unite nothing. Linebacker. Anyway, let's skip forward here. Now, this plague apparently wipes out a lot of people. It's kind of like having the devil around, supposedly, but it's not. You know, on the Halloween it's supposed to be famous people that take over a robbery. It's kind of like when the 9/11 happened. Only these people made a difference. And made sure that everybody had a voice to stand up for their rights, because they wanted to set a precedented example of what things should be. For everyone to unite and have a freedom. You know? Seriously. It may be kind of like that, but there's way, way more difference. There is still terrorist acts that happen in the future, but it comes from alien races that are from, you know, in space, different worlds that we don't even know. Like there's a Klingon homeworld, I don't know the name of it, probably Chulak, I don't know what the hell, I don't remember. I don't remember the show. I mean, I remember it, but I don't remember the name. Like, it's been too long. I have to go through it and watch. Or like the Ramen homeworld and the Vulcan homeworld. I don't know where the hell that's at, and I don't even know if it exists or not. I couldn't even tell you if Q exists or not, because we ain't seen no hide, no tail, or evidence. Of course, then again, the only evidence we've ever had of him, if he does exist, it doesn't have any proof of existence until the late 24th century. There's kind of a bit of evidence of them existing in the 23rd century, but it wasn't as heavily introduced and influenced in like it was in the 24th century with Picard and all that, with TNG. So, if you're looking for a good, honest opinion, not to say that no one else isn't, yeah, I liked it, but overall, I couldn't give you a true, accurate rating, because there's no numbers that I can give to this show because of the bureaucracy, the crap that was involved in it. Not to say everything was a crap, unlike someone else. No offense to him, but I mean, I'm glad he expressed what he had to say, but I gotta say one thing. I do like the show. A lot of things I don't care for. In fact, this is one of them. There's a lovey-dovey crap between women and women. I've never done that. Ever have I ever like, oh, a man and a woman. Oh, go ahead and kiss. I get off on that crap, you know. I don't get up on that. In fact, I don't get up on anything, but that's not the point. You know, it's just sick crap, okay? I'm glad they went into a whole new direction, because really, so that lovey-dovey crap, I mean, it still kind of had it in there, which I thought was stupid, but, you know, what do I know? Honestly, the world of Star Trek could use a little bit of gayism. A little bit. You know why? Because in our world as it stands, okay, at one time or another, yeah, we used to be straight. But, yeah, by we, I mean, as an entire race, like a lot of us were forced to be that way, but when we grew into what we are, I'm not me. I'm not that way. And if I was, which I'm not, I guarantee it, I wouldn't be against it. But anyway, yeah. So, because like lesbians, stuff like that, it could use that influence. It really could. Now, and still have it. You can still have that kind of world, but you need to realize that we do not live in the world where everyone has to be straight and always have to procreate with the male species. Even though I'm straight and I love to have women too, doesn't mean I'm gonna think that, oh, well, you know, every man should just procreate. And no woman should ever have what she has with another woman, nor any other man should be with another man. I don't believe in that kind of crap. Crap to believe that way. What's wrong with being another man? Or being a woman with another woman? No damn thing wrong with that. I don't care what Gene Roddenberry had a dream of. I respect his dream. But the thing with it is, though, is that He was way too old-fashioned. I mean, his ideals of Star Trek for the Enterprise and everything can still happen. But it's going to have to happen with lesbianism and gayism. I'm sorry, but it's true. I don't say it like I regret it, like it would just be a bad thing if we did do that. It's not that bad. I mean, just because we had Deep Space Nine in the alternate universe doesn't mean crap anyway, because they still have procreation anyway. I mean, procreation, for God's sakes. Stupid. They actually allowed that world to be the alternate world where you had lesbianism. That's really stupid, by the way. Now, the thing is that we still need trade. We still need something. I mean, after all, nothing should be free. So you need to be able to go back to trading. That's what the Federation did, was they went back to trading. That was one of the good traits I liked about the Federation that Gene Roddenberry had in mind. What I didn't like was when they had no gays and lesbians. Not that I would want to be gay, but hell, I wouldn't mind seeing a world with both. I really wouldn't. You know, all this technological crap that we have now, all these damn bullhorny old bullcrap remakes, kiss my ass. Now, I will admit that Resident Evil 1, the remake for GameCube, was absolutely awesome. Because they didn't overhaul the game to the point that it was absolute crap, in my opinion. Like they did with Final Fantasy VII, and Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3. Well, actually, I haven't seen Resident Evil 3 yet. I know that it's going to be a piece of crap like Resident Evil 2. At least with Resident Evil 1, they did right. Because even though they gave all the cheesy lines to Wesker, which is fine, but they also added more to the storyline. A lot of it was the same, which is good. None of it in Final Fantasy VII is anything like the original. Not a damn thing about it. And it doesn't give to the expectations like the idiots keep lying about. What expectations? Seriously. Stupid. I don't like it. I admit that I want to play it for something else, but I'm not going to shell out the damn money because I ain't got it. I'm not spending $500 on a whole brand new console just to play Final Fantasy VII Remake. I don't give a damn how good the real graphics look. I don't give a damn if they got good lines on there. I don't care if the characters look good. It all sucked anyway. You had to put Aerith on there. It's bad enough I had to call her Tifa, the other woman. And then on top of that, we started had to call him Everett Ifrit, which is bullshit. Now we're going to call her Aerith. Bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. I ain't about to do that. And then on top of that, we also have to give up weapons. Yeah, monsters didn't name weapon. No, man, hell no. But I did want to play it because they had that one scene where Crowd, does something different when he cross-dressed. I did want to see that for some stupid reason because I thought it would be something funny. Because, frankly, the reason why it would be funny is because it's like a one-time deal. And you'd think that it would be already bad enough as it was when it came to the original game. Now we got to implement it, and then this, only worse. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against anybody for cross-dressing if that's what they want to do. I'm not trying to use it as a derogative to go against people who cross-dress. But Crowd isn't the typical person that would cross-dress except one time in his bloody life to save someone else he thinks needs rescuing all the time when she don't. That's why he's programmed. I mean, in real life, no man cross-dresses or to women just to save one person because they think that they need rescuing all the time. They don't do that. No real man does that. No real woman does that. Okay? So therefore, even for it to be a one-time deal, once they make a life commitment, that's the end of it. It's not a one-time contract. And I don't mind that so much. It's that when it comes to this game, it's not really to make fun of people like that, which I get that. But still, it would be a funny aspect, interesting thing. Because there's more to it than that. He's got to do the dancing now. I'm not really interested about looking at those buttocks of his. I don't give a damn about that. What do you think? I'm some kind of sick pervert? Ooh, look at that man's butt. Ooh, it's in the dress. Ooh, I want to put into that butt. No, I ain't that fucking crazy, man. I just thought it'd be funny and interesting to see a man that does it one time, especially to do a damn dance that you wouldn't see in the original game. Which, by the way, the original game actually includes something else that's not in the release in America. Although there are ways to get the game to glitch enough for you to get to other areas, it's in the Honeybee Inn. Which, don't ask me how to do it. So I'm not going to try to break the game, but it's supposed to be Japan only. And I'm about to break the game and go, okay, here it is. I've seen actual stock footage of this if you look it up on there. And there's images too. So, I believe it exists. The only thing is that getting to it normally would not be possible. First of all, you'd have to know how to break the game to even get to that point. First of all, and secondly, probably still have to be in Japanese. Otherwise, they did have it where they were translated it, but it was still kind of off a little bit. But still, they did best they could. That's all with the Honeybee Inn. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have no interest, any desires to play through or let's play Final Fantasy VII Remake, Resident Evil 2, or Resident Evil 3, the remakes. All a bunch of crap, in my opinion. And it's true. They go overboard with the overhauling and everything. It's like, what is this? This is not Resident Evil. Resident Evil 1 was still Resident Evil. At least it played out like that. We all know that Leon was a weak sausage, but he wasn't that weak. Seriously. They played him out like he was so weak and like he had to rely on everybody to save his butt. That's really stupid. I like the other Leon better, even though I don't like him. And that's saying a lot about a character. I think the Leon in Resident Evil 2, the remake, sucked balls. I'd rather take the old one versus the new one over that piece of crap. Even though I don't like that one, even though it's more of a... See, okay, Leon in the remake is not a chick magnet. Well, he's barely a one anyway in the original anyway. But still, he's sort of a chick magnet, at least. He's got way better affinity in the original than he does the remake. He sucked balls, and so did the voice actor. Now, with that said, they did a good job, and I believe in giving credit where it's due. The lines were perfect, but the problem is, it's not Resident Evil to me. Leon should have been left alone. Ada should have been left alone. They reworked her like she was like some kind of weird-looking model or something that doesn't even fit the Resident Evil series. They even reworked Leon like, what the hell is that? That's not Leon. Like, here, let me give you a big finger in your face. This is Leon for you. Go yourself. Yeah, really. That's basically what that is. A basic slap in the face to me. And I'm not afraid to tell the truth because that's how I roll. Now that's because, but again, it's my personal opinion. And you have a problem with that, go see my lawyer. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's called a freedom of expression, you know. Everybody has a right to that, and I respect everybody's opinion. But don't go trashing my opinion like, you know, I shouldn't be saying that, you know, I'm not a true fan of Resident Evil and all that crap. I never was. In the first place. Just because I happen to like the damn game originally doesn't mean I'm a fan anyway. You know what fans do? Mostly, they say, okay, here's another thing. Description of a fan. Purely and solely based on someone who was supposed to actually like one specific game genre, period. That's what that's supposed to be. I'm not that. I mean, I guess you might say I'm a fan in a way, because I liked it originally. But in another sense, I'm not, because according to the description, yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a real fan, because, because I had to like the only one sole purpose thing. I liked Final Fantasy long before I even had anything to do with Suikoden. When I found out about Suikoden, it's not even exactly like Final Fantasy. I know that they have a description like, well, if you like Final Fantasy, you'll like Suikoden. Well, you might. But again, a lot of people didn't like Suikoden. A lot of people actually started out with Suikoden before they even knew what Final Fantasy was. And Suikoden doesn't have anything to do with Final Fantasy. Maybe some of the tactics in the game, if you actually play Final Fantasy and compare it to that, maybe, just like in Suikoden, you know, you can compare it to that, some of the tactics in Final Fantasy are in that, especially if you consider Final Fantasy VII and so on. But it's more specifically. Other than that, no. There's nothing Final Fantasy about it. I mean, you know, you're still saving the world, yeah. But you're not really doing it in a sense of, how do I put this? See, when Final Fantasy started out, it was nothing but about saving crystals. And later on, it wasn't about saving crystals. And they kind of sort of brought that back when they brought Final Fantasy 12 in. Yeah, they did. So, yeah. Either way, I'm sorry about this long update, but I just wanted to quickly get that out there. But Star Trek Picard. Bye-bye.